Hello and welcome to the Nelson Speaks podcast. What is up, guys? Alright, let's go. I am so happy today, and I don't even know why. It's just a good day to be a good. It's just a good day to have a good day. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. I hope you're having just as good a day as I am. I am so happy today. Today is an amazing day, okay? How can you not like today? Like, it's the best day. It's a Tuesday. And yeah, it's not a Thursday or Friday. But it's a good day. You can have a good day on Tuesdays. You don't have to have it be Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Sundays are probably worse than Tuesdays anyway, because then you start the week back up. Well, on that note, let's go to our first story. So y'all remember the Superman movies, right? Like with the new Superman with like Justice League and stuff. So you had like Batman quit, the guy who played Batman and all of them, Ben Affleck and all of them. They all quit, so they're all gone. But Henry Cavill, which is the guy who plays Superman, he's still around, and he announced today that he's staying around, and he said that there's more justice to be done. I understood that reference. He was in Man of Steel, which was the Superman movie, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League. Cavill suggests that many fans believe when he says his movies in the DCEU, which is not even close to being as good as Marvel, just saying. It got progressively worse, which I will agree with, because, I mean, Aquaman was pretty good, and, right now, oh my god, that Joker movie, the Joker movie was so good. I would recommend that to everybody. It was so good. If you get the chance, go watch that. It was amazing. So it seems like they're starting over, but this is the only character that they're not starting over with, because the guy doesn't want to leave. Hopefully that's the thing between both of them. The Aquaman movie was pretty good with Jason Momoa. I don't know how to say his last name. I think he's like Hawaiian or something in real life, so that was pretty cool. He said, I'm not just gonna sit quietly in the dark as all this stuff is going off, which Cavill told Men's Health of the rumor his time as Superman has ended. I personally love the Superman series. I know I said I hated the DC universe, but that's an exception. It was pretty good, I will admit. So like I said, the what's it called? The Aquaman movie was pretty good. Wonder Woman was okay. I didn't really have an opinion on that. The next thing for Cavill is the Netflix fantasy series The Witcher, which debuts December 20th. Which I haven't heard about that. I might look more into that. I don't know what that is about, because, I don't really care, but I might look into that. It sounds kind of cool. I might have to get back into the whole DC universe, because it was good and then it crashed. I'm gonna say it. Heath Ledger and that whole Batman series was better than all of this. Alright, next story. Okay, I hate this. It's the new Mustang they announced, the Mach-E. I absolutely hate this thing, okay? Yes, I get that it's electric, but, okay, here's the thing. Mustangs are supposed to be a supercar. Like, Chevy has Camaro, and they have Mustang. Right, so when Mustang decides, Ford is over there, and they're sitting, and they're thinking, they're like, alright, what are we going to do with Mustang now? Alright, first of all, we're going to make it electric, so that's fine. Alright, so what do you think? I think we should make the Mustangs an SUV. What were they thinking? Okay, Mustangs are a sports car, Mustangs are a sports car, just like the Camaros. They're kind of a sports car. I mean, you can classify them as that. So, like, Chevy just announced the 2020 Corvette in October, like I mentioned yesterday. And it's still the actual thing. This is not even a Mustang. This is an SUV. Okay, yeah, it has the same stuff sometimes. But, if it doesn't have the same body as a normal Mustang, then it's not a Mustang. This thing is a whole new type of car. They should just, like, make it its own thing. It makes no sense. Its top performance models of the Mustang Mach-E will achieve 0 to 60 miles in mid 3-second range. I don't get how that was even possible, considering it's an SUV. It has an estimated 459 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. So, here's the pricing. Excluding federal tax incentives of up to $7,500 will range from $43,895 from the base select model to the $60,000 $500 for the GT. Okay, what's the difference? It's all an SUV now. It's not even a Mustang. Ooh, if you get a more fancy looking SUV. Okay, this is why Chevy is better in my opinion, because they kept the Corvette and it's still a Corvette. Now Mustang and Ford over here, they practically made a new car, and it's stupid, and I don't see why they did it. And they should I don't know, they need to come up with something else. Yes, I get that they have the Shelby series, and I do like the new Shelby, I will admit. But this thing looks so dumb. The front of it isn't even a grill anymore. It's part of the car, which ruins it. It looks like a big, fat, round ball. I mean, yeah, if it has the grill, it looks a little bit cool, but then if you see it stuff from the side, it looks like they tried to take a, like, SUV or something, say, oh, let's trim it down a little bit, and then we'll call it a Mustang. That's not a Mustang. Alright. Ford needs to get their stuff together, or I don't know how they're gonna keep up in the future, because that's just ridiculous. I don't even know. Alright, our next story comes from the Joker movie, which I talked about earlier, which, like I said, is amazing. But here's the best part. Joker becomes the first R-rated movie to make $1 billion. I do see why, because, like I said, it's amazing, okay? Yes, it is an R-rated movie, but if you're gonna go see it, I'm gonna recommend it, because I feel like it could have been rated a PG-13. They just could have cut it down the cussing and stuff, because that's literally all that it was. It was just cussing, and, I mean, yeah, they could have cut a little bit of that out. And if they did, it would have been PG-13. They would have probably made even more, but I'm happy for them that they became the first R-rated film with $1 billion, because this just shows that, what's it called? Not Disney. The DC Universe is coming back, and hopefully they're better now than before, because before it was just all crashing and burning in a pit, and this is better. Audience have seen 11 big screen adventures starring Batman, but Joker marks the first time the Dark Knight's arch nemesis has been given the spotlight, even if there are 3 other actors that have played the role in the past, which I think was really cool, that they're kind of going more into the villains too, because I've heard that there's going to be like this Birds of Prey movie, which is going to feature Harley Quinn and that whole group as the leaders, which is going to be really cool that they're going into that. I will say I am so happy they got rid of Jared Leto as the Joker, because I absolutely hated him. I'm sorry, but it was so dumb. He wasn't even a Joker. He was like just a crazy gangster. It wasn't funny. It wasn't cool. Nobody liked him. So I'm glad that they got rid of him, and hopefully he doesn't come back, because that was just stupid. That was completely stupid on their part, and I hate it. Our next story comes from Another movie, which I think looks really cool. It's the movie Scoob, which is a new Scooby-Doo movie. So I haven't seen really a lot about this, but I've seen the trailer and it looks pretty cool. I will say I do want to see it just because it looks like a updated version of the 2002 Scooby-Doo movie, which was pretty good. But this hopefully does better than that, because this looks really, really cool, and I hope that it goes somewhere, because it looks like it could do really well. I hope it does. It's coming out May 15th. So, yeah, hopefully that does well. Yeah. Our next story. Yes, I know. Not everybody's gonna like this one, but it's gonna be in here for the people that care. Our next story comes from Fortnite. Yeah, I know. I just said that. Fortnite's latest crossover is here, and this time it's Star Wars themed. Across the map, you can spot the Death Star, and there is a Star Destroyer in the sky, and you can get a Stormtrooper skin. Hopefully EA doesn't come in and do microtransactions like they do with every stupid game, except for Need for Speed Heat, which looks really cool, and I really want that game. So I'm going to try to get that eventually, because it looks really fun. And the best part is EA has no microtransactions. So hopefully in this, I mean, yeah, Fortnite already has microtransactions, but if EA gets involved in this, they're going to be like, oh, we got one of the biggest games in the world right now. Let's scam some kids. So hopefully they stay out of that. Let's just let them stick to the card games and the messed up Madden franchise and all that. Yeah. So you already know you got the clickbait from some of the YouTubers like Ali A and them. Now if only Disney would make a good Star Wars movie. Except for the Mandalorian series, which is pretty good. Alright, our next thing is completely random, but wild turkeys are taking over a New Jersey neighborhood. Yeah, I just said that correctly. Yeah, there is wild turkeys running around New Jersey. Just weeks before Thanksgiving, wild turkeys are taking a bold stance in New Jersey neighborhood, reportedly terrorizing humans, breaking windows, and picking at cars. I have no words for this. This is insane. Somebody told this news station, I can't get out of my door. One person told the news. Sometimes I can't get out of my car. They go to attack you. What? How? There's no words for this. This is insane. There is videos on here of literal 12 packs of turkey in people's front yard, holding them hostage in their house. And they're damaging houses too, which is even more insane. Because there's no words for this. They're picking at our roof, she said. A person that they interviewed. Our brand new vehicles, they are picking at our vehicles. A unknown person wants the birds to be moved. You already know she just wants them killed and out of here, because most definitely either you're going to want these killed and you're going to want to eat them for Thanksgiving, or you're not going to want them damaging your brand new car. I mean, if they were breaking my brand new car, I'd be eating that thing for Thanksgiving. Just saying. There are dozens and dozens of birds in New Jersey. I don't know how they got there, but they're mostly male turkeys and can be sometimes aggressive toward their own reflection. No words. That is absolutely insane. I don't know why there are turkeys in New Jersey in the first place. We're not going to ask, because New Jersey is New Jersey. Our next story comes from the beloved home of our beloved Mr. Beast. which is North Carolina, where apparently, you guys remember the Hurricane Dorian, right? Well, there is cows being swept off the coast there and surviving in a Gilligan's Island style. Now, to use you people that aren't familiar with the show Gilligan's Island is an old show from like the 60s that I have watched actually, and I really like it, where there's a crew of people on a boat where they crash and they have to survive on the island, and it's a pretty good show. I would recommend it if you get the time to watch it. But this is happening to cows. 3 cows who were swept off the coast of Hurricane Dorian managed to miraculously survive in the manner perfect for a bovine-centered reboot of Gilligan's Island. Okay, a reboot of Gilligan's Island would be so cool because that show was pretty good, and I would love that. The cows in question were part of a wild herd of 20 cows that roamed private land on Cedar Island, North Carolina, according to the Charlotte Observer. When Dorian hit the area on September 6th, a lot of wildlife swept off the island, including 28 wild horses. How does that many horses get wound up by a hurricane? Just saying. If you had a herd of that many horses and there's a hurricane, I'd try to at least get like the mass of them out of there. So the trio of cows were among those presumed dead. So apparently the rest of them died until recently when they were all discovered living in a Cape Lookout National Seashore Park on the Outer Banks. They survived a hurricane and people thought they were dead. It's like a murder story, but for cows. So it's a tremendous story of how they made it. Park spokesman B.G. Horvat told the New York Times, if the cows could talk, imagine the story they can tell you of enduring the rush of water. He added, that must be incredible. We have the cows, and they survived a hurricane. There's no words for this. This is insane. I mean, if I was a cow and I survived a hurricane and people thought I was dead, honestly, I would try to keep that rumor out there because I'm not being made into a hamburger. Just saying. If I was made into a hamburger, that'd be a lot worse than having to survive a hurricane. Yeah, I would not want to do that. But yeah, that's the podcast. So if you want to hear more from Nelson Speaks, please like and subscribe. Share for more content, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night.